In this scan you can see there's a lot of holes in it, and I would like to make a die model with gum so that we can preserve the papilla. So to close the holes, I'm going to be selecting vertices, and with the F key we can then fuse them and make edges. We do this so that the filling is going to be more predictable. So once we've done a few edges, we can then fill the model. I'm not too concerned about the sulcus area at this stage. So here we have faces that have been created, and with the sculpt tool I would like to make a finer, more detailed mesh underneath. So by moving the mouse we can then create a smooth, beautiful mesh layer. So this should not have been scanned like this. Always make sure that your scan is complete, and the model should also be complete. Holes like this is an absolute no-no. With the patch up tool we can patch up the holes, and this is like using hot wax in the dental laboratory or surgery to create the filling material. And here I'm going to sculpt and just smooth off the die. This however is not ideal, but just for the sake of the video I'd like to show you that this is possible to achieve. After this we need to move the model into the center of the workspace, which is to the right hand side, and by placing 4 points and then aligning the model, it will put it to the center. And then you can use the RX key and RY key to get a nice fit on the center of the world in Blender. Voids like this we should avoid, and with the arch cut tool I will cut over and above these voids. They will cause problems in the printing anyway, so we can just get rid of all of the ugly unessential mesh. And then click the fuse button and then trim, select a face and then press clean. Now we can make the base, upper base, and then I feel I need to lengthen it a little bit, so I'm going to pull it down into the Z direction. Then I'm going to be using the draw margin tool and outlining the margin. You can't see much of a margin at all here, so this is it's a guesswork. And then I'm going to skip to the other menu, the making die menu, and we're going to elevate the line 2 times and then make the die, and offset is 0.01. Now this offset is so small that this die will never be able to be removed. Make sure the tool is above the surface always, and then cut it. I'm going to be doing the same for the other side. View it from above. Make sure that the cutting tool is above the surface, it's cutting inside the prep, and then cut it. After this, now we've got a few objects, and we're going to be using the gum module to inset a cavity inside of the model. So you can manipulate the base in any direction you like, and then this cutting tool again needs to be on the top above the surface, and then click on cut, and now you've got a new object. Now we can use the inset tool to make a hole into the model so that you have a removable die, but because it is so rounded that this may rotate in the model, and we don't like this. So with this other implant, show you how to make a non-rotating die. So again, we're going to be extruding this line, and then I'm going to be selecting. After I've done the settings, I will then click every alternative vertex, and then using the S key to scale, I will then make a star, and you can make it as deep as you like, and this is an anti-rotation mechanism. Following that, we're going to be using the gum module again to make the gum, and now we have a star-like with edges so that it does not rotate. Following that, I'm going to be using the inset tool. I'll set it to 0.1, but this depends on your resin and your printer, and then cut the model. This will now make this die removable. Lastly, let's make the model hollow. Select whichever filler material you would like to have, and pull up the cutting tool and apply that, and then we're going to select each die and join them, view it from the front, get your cutting tool, scale it, and then simply keep outside and accept. And this concludes the video. Thanks guys, bye.